Now, welcome back. Junior secondary schools are prohibited from engaging in any financial contracts, such as loans, without the approval of the Ministry of Education. In a statement from the Ministry of Education, school heads have also been instructed not to charge lunch fees. These directives are among several issues following the disbursement of government funding for the third term to JSS. Each student will receive 2,403 shillings, while schools will receive 74,793 for regular operations. Harriet Shimea has more.
The Ministry of Education has issued various directives to junior secondary schools, including JSS schools are not allowed to enter into any financial agreements such as taking loans without the approval of the Ministry of Education. School heads are also instructed not to charge lunch fees. There should be no additional fees. School heads will also be held accountable for the proper use of funds. These directives come after the Ministry of Education released government funding to junior secondary schools. Each student is allocated 2,403 shillings, while each school receives 74,793 shillings for regular operations. The funds allocated to each school are intended for the implementation of various operations such as availability of internet, water and electricity. Part of the funds allocated for each student will be used to ensure smooth operations such as co-curricular activities, health insurance, transportation, textbooks and practical learning materials for CBC.
All is good? All the time.
School heads are now required to report within 2 weeks, confirming that they have received the funds by submitting receipts to the Ministry of Education. Each student must also sign a document confirming the amount received. Schools that fail to comply with these guidelines will be removed from the funding program. Meanwhile, the government has maintained the ban on social activities in schools, including prayer days. School visits during third term remains in effect. Harriet Shimea, K24.
Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya has been handed over his office from his predecessor Simon Cheligui. Oparanya has vowed to accomplish government agendas in the ministry, promising to transform this sector. Cheligui, who is among the Cabinet Secretaries fired by President William Ruto, highlighted his achievements when he served in the new ministry, which was formed by Ruto's administration. As the pioneer, Cheligui boasts a number of projects, including overseeing the rollout of the Hustler Fund.
It's quite an emotional day for me to leave this ministry, having served for the last 18 months. When we came to this ministry, we didn't have an office, we didn't have staff, we didn't have vehicles, or even cabinets to file and put our documents. But in that period of 18 months, we've been able to put together our functional and vibrant departments and supported our sagas. And I want to believe we were fair and we were able to relate and support all the sagas fairly and equally.
You have actually also started the Hustler Fund. You know, when I was the other side, I was telling people not to pay the Hustler Fund. Now I'm here saying that they should pay for obvious reasons. Anyway, Hustler Fund is a good fund, and you are the pioneer, and the PS in charge has been on the forefront to make sure that Hustler Fund is a success. Of course, there might be challenges here and there, but those challenges, I think, will be addressed.
Now, Africa Diatomite Company, which supplies Kensal C to SBL Innovate Limited, that was implicated in the fake fertilizer scandal, has denied that Kensal C is a fertilizer. Now, taking the stand today after the hearing of the case kicked off at the Milimani Anti-Corruption Court, the company's co-director, Kennedy Kipruto, however, said individual farmers and companies who have issues in their farms buy Kensal C from the company.
Quality assurance,
where we identify.
So in what form do you submit?
Camps will come to.
You have talked of soil condition.
Yes.
Could you tell the court what this is used for? This product that you manufacture.
So, a soil conditioner is used to change the structure of the soil. We have sold to several different companies, including the ones I mentioned earlier, 51 Capital and SBL Innovate. The bags sold by the company would have the company name, the KEBS standardization number, the KEBS symbol, and the details of the bag. There were some bags found in the NCBB warehouse, purportedly.
Now, in the latest streak of strike notices, county governments workers countrywide are now demanding a salary increment within 21 days, failure to which they will down their tools. The union's SG, Rob Duber, who spoke to the media, referred to the increment over salaries for the larger cadre of civil servants, which was effected earlier this week, arguing that public service is discriminating against county workers by not replicating the same increment. The strike is set to extend to ECDE teachers, enforcement officers, garbage collectors, revenue clerks, TVET instructors, among others. They are blaming the government over failing to effect a 7 to 10 salary increase to cushion them against the high cost of living and rising inflation.
When we do that, there is a caveat. SRC is the one to determine how much each party gets. When they occasionally give in terms of what they call phase 1, phase 2 of salary review for public service, because the Constitution allows them to advise, in some cases to set, it has been omitting county government workers from its consideration. Even where the president at one time directed that all public servants, and I say this, all public servants should be cushioned for the astronomical increase in the cost of living, inflation. A circular is issued, I don't know, from Public Service Commission or from where, saying, well, you have to do it, implement this increase, but don't include county government workers.
Let's talk matters health. And over 8,000 healthcare and medical lab professional visits are expected to descend upon Nairobi's Kenyatta International Convention Center from the 4th to 6th of September 2024 to participate in the largest medical professionals gathering in East Africa. The industry-defining Medic East Africa and MedLab East Africa conventions will host more than 200 exhibitors as well as industry investors from across the globe. Attendees will be treated to keynote speeches, panel discussions and networking opportunities that promise to propel the region's healthcare sector into an era of innovation and prosperity. A highlight feature of the 2024 event will be the new country pavilion from Egypt, South Africa, Africa and Brazil.
Pitching it as an investment destination. Then once you invest, then we can see how you can trade on what you are producing. Pharmaceutical and medical device value chain is a priority value chain of this administration. And our vision or our goal is to make Kenya the hub for pharmaceutical and medical device value chain.
And health is one of the key agenda, among the others, MSME, housing, agriculture. Health is a key agenda in that. In our universal health coverage, we have taken screening and diagnostic as part and part of one of the key things that we must achieve, the enrollment of the 107,000 community health promoters, just checking blood pressure, blood sugar, reminding mothers and caregivers that their children require vaccination.
Let's talk matters business, and over 50 farms exhibiting at the ongoing Kenya Food Event Expo in Nairobi have called on the hospitality industry to embrace innovation and technology to drive growth and enhance client experience in the food and beverage sector. The expo, which is an annual culinary showcase that celebrates the diversity and excellence of Kenya's food scene, features a wide array of activities including cooking demonstrations, food tastings and cultural displays. As our reporter Linda Koskei now tells us, suppliers, producers and service providers at the expo emphasized that adopting new technologies is essential for the industry's future and competitiveness in the region.
Kenya has over 3,800 restaurants as of January this year. And these numbers continues to grow with a turn to normalcy after the COVID-19 pandemic.
Creating new opportunities for growth, employment and economic development. I can tell you today that we have thousands and thousands of people who are employed by these industries.
The numbers compared to 2019 seems to be at stagnant level, and the only way to ensure the growth is through the utilization of innovations and technologies.
Innovation is the engine that drives progress, and in food and hospitality industry, it manifests in various forms, from the introduction of cutting-edge technology in food production to the creative fusion of tradition and modern cuisines.
Kenya's food production is projected to reach $13 billion by 2026, while beverage sales are expected to reach $3.5 billion.
This year's theme, Unveiling East Africa's Culinary Culture, perfectly encapsulates our mission to provide a platform where tradition meets innovation and where the culinary arts are celebrated, reimagined, and pushed to new heights.
The restaurant delivery market is also poised for significant growth. The hospitality industry is one of the top 3 revenue earners, with data from the Economic Survey of 2024 by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics (KNBS). The accommodation and food service sector grew by 26% in the third quarter of 2023, representing an increase in comparison to 2022, when the sector's value added was around 17%. Linda Koskei, K24 TV.
Businesses in Kenya have recorded renewed growth of output and new orders. A recent report by the Stanbic Bank Kenya PMI indicated a mild recovery in business conditions during August as the impact of protests faded, allowing firms to resume normal operations broadly. Now, activity levels rose for the first time since May, with new orders also picking up, albeit marginally. Firms also increased their purchases of inputs, whereas employment fell for the first time this year. Further pressure on imports, prices and taxation led to the sharpest rise in inputs cost since February, although overall inflationary pressures remained muted compared to the historical trends. Selling charges also rose at a subdued pace amid some reports of price discounting. Now, Safaricom has hosted the 4th series of the Grow with Safaricom business, targeting MSMEs in the Coast region. The forum aims to equip entrepreneurs with the knowledge that will enable them scale their businesses through technology. The engagement forum will also allow the MSMEs to exchange ideas on how they can leverage digital technologies to enhance their market reach, streamline operations, and create a strong brand presence online.
Series of monthly seminars that is intended to help SMEs have a very good understanding of solutions and options we offer them as Safaricom, and particularly Safaricom Business, whose role and reason for existing is to be able to provide businesses with solutions to help them run their businesses more effectively and efficiently.
They're able to share ideas, network, and then in the process also get to know more on how to do business and how to leverage on the opportunities that are available. I think this is great, and I'd just like to thank Safaricom.
Now, on that note, we wrap up news making headlines in the business world. We'll just take a brief breather. We'll be back with what's happening in the world of sports.